Hi friend and welcome to Amina Yoga. I'm Amina and I'm so happy to have you here today. This class is all about the wrists and the hands, and we're going to stretch and mobilize and also strengthen the wrists in this little mini flow. And you can do this class on its own if you feel like your wrist and hands need some extra love. Maybe you have pain or aches in your wrists that you want to work on. Maybe you feel like they get tired when you practice yoga in general or do other workouts. You can also do this as a warm-up before another practice or even before you do your arm balancing handstand practice. This is great. So whatever you're doing where you put pressure on the hands, it's always good to warm them up properly beforehand. So this class can be just that for you. You don't really need anything for this practice. I'm just sitting on a cushion on my mat, but you need neither a mat or the cushion for the flow. You just need yourself and your hands. So yeah, when you're ready, let's get started. And just land here for a moment. You can close your eyes down and just connect with your breath. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths here together. Inhale deeply through your nose. Open your mouth, release it out. 2 more times. Inhale. In. And out. Inhale. Exhale. And when you're ready, gently blink your eyes back open. And just reach your arms forward in front of you and start to take circles here in your hands. Keeping your fingers spread wide. Just starting with one direction here. I'm hearing a lot of cracks and pops from my hands. Not sure if the mic picks it up, but if you're experiencing the same thing, know that it's all good as long as there's no pain. We can take this movement into smaller or bigger circles and then change direction when you're ready, going the other way. And then interlace your hands, bring them down in front of your belly and start to take figure 8 shapes here. So keeping this circular movements going just in another way here. We're going to add the breath. So take an inhale, keep this movement going as you reach your arms up overhead. Exhale back down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. One more inhale here. And exhale to release the hands. Spread your fingers wide and reach them up towards the ceiling. Relaxing your shoulders and your neck here. And then you can close your eyes down already if you want to. Just have a look at the movement first. So here we're gonna just close the hands and open them. Making fists and then open your fingers out to stars. You can start a little bit slower here. Settle into the movement. If you're not already having your eyes closed, you're welcome to close them. Stay with your slow inhales and exhales. And then see if you can start to take the movement faster in your hands. Shoulders away from your ears. The hands are just blinking open here. Open and closed, open and closed. If you feel tension building somewhere else in the body, see if you can release, maybe in your face, your jaw, neck, shoulders. Maybe it's in your hips. We'll do the movement a few more breaths. Can you notice a difference between your sides? My left one is a little bit slower here. One more inhale. And release, shake it out. And when you're ready, we're going to meet on all fours. Just come to the side. If you have a pillow, just place it to the side as well. And then we'll meet here, knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Spreading the fingers wide here to really open up so you have that good base. And then just start to circle over your hands in one direction. You choose how big you're making the circles. How much you want to lean forward and back. Let's take one more here. And then pause in the middle and go the other direction. If you feel okay in your hands and wrists, really see here if you can put some weight into your hands as you come forward. Recenter. Find your little core engagement and lift up through your shoulders here. And then move the hands out to the sides. So the fingers are pointing out to either side. And just sway from side to side here over your hands. Again, if you lean more forward whilst doing this, it's going to put more pressure and tension on the hands. You can also always come back a bit more and do the sways here. You choose where you want to take it. And coming back to center and continue with the hands all the way back so the fingers are pointing back towards your knees. And then just rock forward and back here. Next time you're rocking backwards, you can stay there and just feel the stretch in your arms. Again, lifting up through your shoulders if you feel like you're sinking into your shoulder blades. If you're dumping into your lower back, just a little core engagement, navel to spine. And then come back to center. Just take a moment and release the hands here. If you need to take a break and shake them out, you can do so. Then we're going to flip the palms, fingers still facing back. And this time just coming back with the hips gently, gently here. Just give the opposite sides of your wrists a nice stretch. Take one more breath. And then gently release it and sit back onto your heels. I'm just going to come and sit facing you here. And then reach your arms out long to the sides and come back to those circular movements that we started with. Just releasing a little bit of tension in the wrists here after putting all the pressure onto your hands for a while. Change direction of the circles if you haven't already done so. And then just to give the brain a little exercise here, maybe see if you can take the circles into opposite directions. And release it down. Maybe roll your shoulders out here if you feel like it. And then lock your elbows to the side of your body, palms facing up, reaching your forearms forward, and just make fists here with your hands. This is where you can add the weights if you want them and you have them close by. Otherwise, or either way, we're gonna inhale to move your fingers away from you, keeping the forearm steady. Exhale, bringing them back in. Inhale out. Exhale in. I'll show you from the side as well. Inhale away from you. Exhale towards you. We're going to do 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back to neutral, keeping the fists, and then again, forearm steady, just moving the hands sideways. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Now coming back onto all fours, continuing the strength portion here. Spreading again through the fingers here, really wide base, lifting up through your shoulder blades, navel towards your spine. And we're going to take push-ups, but only with our hands. So hand push-ups here. Arms and upper body stay steady. And just lift your palms away from the mat and come back down. And lift the palms. Fingers stay on the mat as well and come back down. I'm going to do 10 here as well. Let's call this the first one. And 2. And 3. The more you lean forward, the more you add weight onto the hands. So you can choose here as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last little bit here with strength, keeping the hands where they are. And just walk your feet back, finding plank pose. Just gonna hold plank. You can always take this on your knees as well. Just a few more breaths here, really pushing the floor away. Engage the entire body, strong here, steady breathing. One more breath. And then gently release it down. Sit down, maybe shake out your hands for a moment. We're meeting where we started in that seated position. You can stay on your knees if you like that, or meet me with crossed legs. Let your hands land in your lap. And just take those 3 deep breaths together before we end. Inhaling to start, fill your belly and chest. Exhale, release it out. Inhale. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. I hope you enjoyed this little wrist workout and that your hands and wrists feel better. Before we end, I'm just going to give you 2 recommendations from me that you can do if you feel like you get pain in your wrists when you practice. So the first one is to just fold your mat and then you get more cushioning for your hands. The second one will take the pressure away from the wrists even more, and that is to come onto fists. So instead of having that bent hand, you just make fists and you stand on your fists when you're in all fours or in plank or even in downward facing dog and your chaturanga. You can do this as well. And this is what I used to do when I felt like my wrists weren't really working with me, but I still wanted to practice. So I just wanted to leave you with that. And I hope that your hands and wrists feel a little bit lighter and that I'll see you on the mat soon.